young son with a blank inside of a loaded gun.
Ronald and Kathy Thayer are Tucker's parents.
He was 15 and a jokester, prankster.
They say he liked to help people and he was an Eagle Scout.
He was going to do the flag ceremony at his brother's court of honor, which was the day we ended up having his funeral.
13 years ago, Tucker was working the sound booth in his school's final production of Oklahoma.
The drama teacher solicited the parents to see if any of them would bring in a real gun that they could use for a sound effect.
Tucker's parents say they thought an adult would be the one handling it.
The next thing we knew, we were getting a call to go to the hospital.
When they got to the hospital, the Thayers found out the gun had been fired near Tucker's head. He wouldn't survive.
It didn't malfunction. A blank is a real bullet without the lead piece in it.
Kathy Thayer says every decade or so a tragedy happens that has a similar story to theirs.
I feel for everybody that was involved, you know, the families of the victims, and I feel for Alec Baldwin because he's going to have to live with this for the rest of his life.
And the Thayers say they're surprised blank rounds are still being used.
Especially in Hollywood, they have more than enough technology to not need to use blanks at all.
So we talked to Scott Arnament, a prop master for film and TV that lives here in Salt Lake City, about what could have happened on that Alec Baldwin set.
Very unusual. I honestly don't really see how it happened.
Reports say the gun used in this incident was a prop gun loaded with blanks. So I asked Arnament.
What exactly is a prop gun? Is it a real gun with blanks? Is it a specially manufactured gun?
There's a whole variety of prop guns.
Arnament says it can range from fake replicas made of metal or plastic that don't fire to specially made ones that fire electronically and flash.
But the most common types of guns that we use in the film business are real guns or guns that have been modified to fire blanks.
Arnament took us into his prop truck and showed us these blanks.
So the brass is the brass like a regular bullet.
And Arnament says
blanks in any gun can cause a lot of injury.
But sets have safety measures in place.
There are protocols and etiquettes in place for handling. Those are most widely enforced by the unions.
Arnament says you could potentially use post-production to create a realistic gunshot without firing blanks. For Tucker's parents, they wish people would remember the risk.
But every 10 years it happens, so it's like people forget. So I think it should be brought up more often that blanks can kill people.
Yeah, and Tucker's parents are hoping that by speaking about this, maybe at least one kid can be saved before they try and use blanks in a real gun. They rethink this when they're doing a school production. Now, a lot is unknown in this Alec Baldwin incident. Any number of things could have happened, but officials in New Mexico are still investigating. Salt Lake City, Haley Crumble, Home 2 News.
Hidden in the jungle.